Hello, this is Eon Borealis with a audio format type rant going on here. I like to start by turn back the clock a couple of years when Out of Jimmy's Head was still on the air. Oh my gosh, that time was so terrible. Bringing up the topic of Out of Jimmy's Head, why it failed so hard was because of the unoriginal concept, how blatantly they were trying to rip off Minnie and Mickey Mouse pretty much. And the fact, did you notice in the movie that there were two actors that played these original two characters and then they decided to change the actors when they made the spin-off? Well, I personally sat down to watch 10 minutes of that show. I'll just be honest here. Blatantly honest, it made my eyes bleed. It was so terrible. Well, anyway, I can't, from another rant, I heard that they actually showed this piece of crap on Boomerang. And I thought Boomerang was for old cartoons, old-time cartoons like Dexter's Lab and even earlier ones like Looney Tunes or Pink Panther. I thought Boomerang was for that. People pay extra money for that Boomerang channel, and they didn't get it to watch Out of Jimmy's Head. I'm honestly wondering now if they're trying to stick Destroy, Build, Destroy on there. It's bad enough it's on the main channel, but if they're showing it on Boomerang as well, it's quite a terrible thing to ponder. Moving on, what got me on this tangent was that the other day when I was over at my friend's house and she turned on Nicktoons Network for a brief second, I saw the Troop on there. She even looked through the schedule. The Troop was on there, along with some other live-action shows. What's up with that? Those don't belong there. Those are some of the newer ones on Nickelodeon. If there's any shows that I could say that are live-action that I know of that have really been put out and neglected, would probably be Drake and Josh and some of the other ones like Kenan and Kel and all that. If anything, I'd say if they're going to make an alternate channel for the older live action, those would be the ones they put on there, not their most recent stuff. That only belongs on the main Nickelodeon channel. Back on the topic of Nicktoons Network, that's only for cartoons, isn't it? Old cartoons. It's ridiculous that they even put any live action shows on there or try to use that channel to promote them. Come on. They can use it to promote newer cartoons, but isn't that more to house older cartoons and such that people want to watch? I think that's what the extra money's shelled out for, isn't it? I think it's ridiculous that they're doing this. And now rounding back the corner towards seeing real. Saturday nights have been ruined ever since Toonami got canceled. What's worse, it's all live action on Saturday nights. It's bad enough that it dominates some other night of the week. I don't know what it is anymore. But, so stupid. That Destroy, Build, Destroy show has been one of the stupidest shows running on the air ever since I first had the misfortune of seeing it previewed. I will say this, I'm glad some of the other live action shows have gotten canceled. Sorry to those of you who liked them, but those don't belong on Cartoon Network. I'm still standing firm on that. If you want those shows that badly, why can't they make a separate channel, especially for their live action stuff? Another thing, I don't think I've seen one show on that See and Real block that I really thought was even halfway distant. Maybe that, decent. Maybe that Brain Rush show had a chance, but it just didn't catch my interest enough to get me to sit down long enough to watch it. Anyway, yeah, they need a separate channel for this stuff. And the latest live action show they previewed for this, yeah, that looked pretty awesome, but again, it does not belong on a cartoon-based channel. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be there. Yeah, I've repeated myself several times, but I could put the label stupid and dumb on pretty much everything that involves live action and Cartoon Network. The two just don't bode together. They never have, never will. There's no middle ground. If there's any middle ground I can see for that, there was a show the other day I saw on PBS Kids called Fetch. Really interesting concept. If Cartoon Network is so determined to mix cartoons and live action, why can't they make something innovative or intuitive like that? Now, that was a slightly interesting show. I don't want to see like 500,000 shows like that out there, but one or two would be quite an interesting way to introduce their new platform if they're that determined to have live action and cartoons. I still don't think there should be live action on Cartoon Network, but if they're determined to build that bridge, can they at least have a 50-50 match? And more decent live action if they're that determined? Yeah, maybe the new live action show, I was a bit harsh on the get-go, saying it doesn't belong there, but I'm hoping it's okay if they're that determined to keep the live action flowing. On the issue overall, I believe if any of these channels are determined to have live action whatsoever, there should be a 50-50 ratio with cartoons if they show cartoons on it at all. With Disney Channel, I think they should just pull Phineas and Ferb off the main channel altogether and just leave it on Disney XD. Because Disney Channel is drowned in this live action stuff. Don't even get me started on how terrible I think High School Musical is, and how terrible I think the Jonas Brothers are. Don't even get me started on that. I think I already ranted about that quite enough somewhere. Coming on to the topic of Disney Channel, why are there so many teen-based live-action shows? And where in the world did the spawn of High School Musical come from? I sat down to watch maybe a couple of minutes of High School Musical 3. Ugh. I'm just going to stop right there. It's some of the worst stuff I have ever seen. It's that terrible. Well, I think I'm going to stop right there. I think you pretty much get the gist of what I'm saying. Feel free to post your opinion, either side, like, dislike live action. Maybe we'll find a middle ground on this issue. Signing out. Bye.